Welcome back. It's week 12 in the WAFL, and we start with a good one. Columbus Caps versus Brooklyn Snowhawks. Snowhawks driving in the first quarter. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers zips it across the middle. Ricky Pearsall with the first touchdown of the game. Now Snowhawks ball, second quarter, play action pass Rodgers, another receiver hit in stride. It's DeAndre Hopkins, 14 zip. Snowhawks later in the second, going to the ground game. Tony Pollard getting over the goal line. Is this a blowout or what? The Caps, they're not giving up. Bo Nix throwing on the run, but the red zone was too spicy. Jabril Peppers takes it away, but this game's not over yet. Rodgers on 3rd and 20 is safetied. So 2 points and the ball back, and they go on a drive right down the field, and Derrick Henry punches it in. 10-point game, but here we have the 2-point conversion. Can they make it a one-score game? Bo Nix, he's feeling scrambly, and he gets there into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, 21-13. End of the third, and Rodgers makes a big mistake, staring down his receiver, leads to the big interception, and Xavier McKinney puts the Caps at the goal line, where King Henry walks it in. And here, another 2-point conversion can tie this thing just like that. They get it done, and we're tied at 21 after 21 unanswered. Back and forth these teams go. Ricky Pearsall shot out of a cannon, and he puts the Snowhawks up 7. Fourth quarter, 1 minute to go. Bo Nix at the goal line. He fits this ball in between two Snowhawks back there, and Cortland Sutton hauls it in. We're tied at 28. But here the Snowhawks just need to get inside the 58 for Joey Sly. Aaron Rodgers tosses this ball out in front, caught at the 50. They burn a timeout, 33 seconds to go. A lot of play fakes in this backfield. Caught by D-Hop down near the 23-yard line. Clock continues to tick, 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 tick. Oh, run it all the way down to the 8, 7, 6. Caps coach Mayo trying to ice Joey Sly, but he's a sly fella. He gets them up 3, 2 seconds to go. Bo Nix, can he be the hero of week 12? Rolling out, lots of time, but here comes Micah Parsons, drills him on the sideline, and so the Caps comeback comes up just short, and Rodgers and company get the last-second field goal to win. Now over to Bull Field in Melbourne, Australia. The Bulls are hosting the Orlando Orbits. Orbits driving in the first, 2nd and 7. Alvin Kamara untouched into the end zone. 7-0 Orbits. Bulls now. Geno Smith in the red zone firing. Corner to the end zone has Quez Watkins unguarded. 7-7. Now Geno driving. Hits his receiver, breaking all sorts of tackles. What the? This guy, slippery as an eel. Cedric Wilson Jr. takes it all the way. And now down 7. The Orbits making their comeback. Josh Reynolds takes it in for the score. Now Geno Smith. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to break this tie. How about 3 seconds going to number 3, Brandon Cooks, and the lead, 24-17. Carr driving all the way down to the 1-yard line. Travis Kelce hauls it in, 1st and goal from the 1. Kamara slides in for the tie. There's just a minute left to go in this game. Now Geno and the Bulls, great blocking for Smith, gets this ball out in traffic. And who's back? Cedric Wilson with the clutch catch. 3rd and 3. Handoff. Tajay Spears lowers his shoulder and gets down to the 6 for the final chip in, leaving Carr with 1 second left. Great protection. Buying his time. Stepping into this throw. This is going a mile down the field, but it's knocked away, out of bounds. You name it. 27-24 Bulls. Now we head to Argentina for the Buenos Aires Nighthawks and the Portland Pioneers. Here's Pioneer Pat leading the offense downfield. 1st and goal. Kendrick Bourne takes the check down and runs it in. Pioneers up 7-0 Nighthawks ball. Justin Herbert back to throw. Clean pocket. Clean throw. No defense. And so George Pickens takes out the pylon on his way to the end zone. Tie game. But Pioneer Pat Mahomes back in the red zone. 3rd and goal. Nice throw on the run. Treylon Burks hauls it in. Now in the 3rd, Devon Achane takes a handoff and blows right by this Nighthawks defense. Throws a man on the ground on his way to the end zone. But the Nighthawks are clawing their way back into this one. Herbert doesn't like what he sees. Tucks it and runs it in himself. 7-point game. The Nighthawks get the ball back, 2:27 left, and Christian McCaffrey is going to go down the sideline, tackled at the 6-yard line. Then, minute 40 to go, 3rd and goal, and Herbert stands in the pocket, delivers it to George Pickens. We're tied, but is there too much time left on the clock for the Pioneers? Last-second kick, doinks off the crossbar. The kick from the logo is no good, and so we're headed to overtime. Nighthawks win the toss, and here, 3rd and 13, they are lucky to not be intercepted by Darius Slay, so Pioneers will take a chance on 2nd and 6, and Pat Mahomes fires this to Cooper Kupp, lands out of bounds at the 1, and then the 1-yard carry by Jamal Williams to end this game in overtime. Pioneers win at 30-24. Now to Montreal, Canada, the Lumberjacks hosting the Dublin Shamrocks. Both teams vying for a good draft position here at this point in the season, and Matt Stafford throwing into coverage, and surprise, surprise, Devin Bush intercepts him. Now, Montreal Minshew driving the Lumberjacks downfield, but not to be outdone. He's intercepted by TJ Watt. Watt in coverage, you don't see that every day. And here, you can do one, I can do two. Beat that, Minshew. So Minshew will have to come out with great field position. Christian Benford with a nice play. This time, smartly taking the ball out of his hands. Rachaad White leaps high above the crowd. What a job. Didn't need to jump, but it looked cool. And here, Minshew comes back with touchdown to Christian Watson. So 14-point game. Shamrocks, are they out of it? No. Stafford driving down to the 1-yard line in the second. This time, handoff up the middle. Aaron Jones cuts into the lead, but the Lumberjacks are leaning on their run game. Here's White yet again, another dive, but he manages to get over the goal line. 21-7, fourth quarter, 5 minutes to go, and Minshew getting antsy in the pocket, held onto the ball, and was rewarded with a sack. Josh Sweat in there, Shamrock's ball, and look at this, coming back across his body. Jonnu Smith hauls in the touchdown pass, and here the Shamrocks, they're going for it, and they've got it. 2-point conversion is good, 21-15 now. They just need a stop on defense, and on 3rd and 3, Minshew finds the open man in the zone. And with no more timeouts, that is where the Lumberjacks end it. Final score, 21-15. Now we go to San Antonio. Desperados hosting the Black Knights of London, and Desperado Dak starting off on fire. Goes to tight end David Njoku for the score. 4-point lead for the Desperados into the third. Now Dak putting some touch on this ball, and he's feeding Njoku yet again. This guy's a monster. 17-6. Dak throwing over the middle. Catches Keenan Allen in stride. Is he going to get caught? Number 3 is on his tail. The cops are on the Desperados trail, but they get to the end zone. What a job. Desperados running away with this one. 24-6. London Lawrence. Does he have a little magic left? 4 minutes to go in this game. And look at the scramble. Bouncing off a block and in. Crafty use of the lineman. 27-13. The Black Knights make it a one-score game. Devonta Smith with the catch. They just need the onside kick. The ever-elusive onside kick goes straight to the Desperado hands team, and they hang on to win a surprisingly close one, 27-20. Now we go to Alaska versus Hawaii. Huskies versus Monarchs. Up 3, the Huskies driving. Kenny Pickett first and goal. Pass complete. Marvin Harrison Jr. takes the hit, hangs on, and plus the Huskies up big. Now in the fourth, Kyler Murray. Pass complete to Jefferson. Is short of the goal line. 4th and goal from the 4, and Monarch Murray brought down for the sack. Sacked 5 times by this Huskies defense. And so here, next possession, 3rd and 1. Kenny Pickett calls his own number, gets the first down, and there goes all the Monarchs' timeouts. And so the Huskies chew the Monarchs up and spit them out, 19-3. Next up, it's the Houston Oilers taking on the OKC Bisons. Bison ball, and here Kirk Cousins finds his tight end Dalton Schultz for the first score of the game. Now it's 2nd and goal for Baker Mayfield and the red-wearing Oilers, shaking and baking his way to the end zone, using his legs and tying this game up. End of the first quarter, play action, Mayfield bombing it deep, and he's got his man Xavier Worthy, takes the hit and runs all the way to the end zone. What a job, spiked it into the ground. Huge play of the week perhaps. 14-3, 1-point game no longer. 8-point game, Jalen Warren takes it off tackle for the score. Now the Oilers up 11. and trying to add to it. This play goes down to the 1, and then here Oilfield completes. Worthy, he's back. 2 touchdowns this game. Big Worthy game, showing he's worthy. But Kirk Cousins, oh, Kirk loves his garbage time. Nico Collins with the score. Bisons make it a game on paper, 23-34. Now to Oakland, California. The Redwoods are taking on the Vancouver Mounties. Redwoods ball in the first, wearing their tree bark uniforms. Jonathan Taylor slips out of 1 tackle, but the second hit pops the ball loose, knocks Taylor silly. Let's take another look. Taylor loses the ball. The Mounties swarming on defense. And now after the turnover, McCarthy running for his life. Kareem Jackson with the safety blitz, sending the Mounties backwards, settling for the field goal, but still taking that 3-0 lead. Now here's Daniels. Redwoods back on offense, firing deep. Rashid Shaheed lands a bomb at least once a week. And now the Redwoods up 1, third quarter. Jaden Daniels airing it out yet again. This time it's a little short. Could have had the touchdown. Shaheed, though, going off 5 for 145, and we're still going. Now here's Daniels on the read option, and he's got a wide open lane to the end zone. Dives through and increases the Redwood lead 14-6. But Mounties staying close, kicking this field goal, going down 5, and then in the fourth, a chance here from the 11. McCarthy checks it down. Gabe Davis down to the 3, 3rd and goal. McCarthy running for his life yet again. This time he scoots around the edge and he's into the end zone. Mounties take the 1-point lead, but here they're going for 2, trying to get that field goal lead. Another open space. This time the Redwoods swarm around him, so we'll keep it a 1-point game for Daniels and the Redwoods. And Daniels goes down hard, sacked by Mike Hall Jr. 3rd and 21. Daniels gets the screen off just in time. Taylor turns it up, but he is 2 yards short of the 4th. They punt this thing away, and so it's up to the defense, to which they can't stop the 3rd and 3 run. Devin Singletary gets 4 and gets the game for the Mounties, 15-14. Now to Paris, the Sentinels hosting the Albuquerque Aviators, who have the ball deep in the red zone. Anthony Richardson is going to scoot on easily into the red zone. 10-0 game into the second quarter. Burrow, oh, he is swarmed by the Aviators. 3 defenders around him. Ball comes loose, and now they're going to get great field position here, and they're going to hand it off up the gut. Leonard Fournette, he's back, and he's into the end zone. 17-0, end of the first half. Richardson just trying to throw this into the flat, and he is intercepted. First big mistake of the game, and they pay for it. CJ Gardner-Johnson cuts into the lead, down 10 now. Burrow in the third quarter, dropping back and unleashing a bomb downfield. This one caught a diving Garrett Wilson, reels it in. So the Sentinels staying in this game. Then Burrow, very next play, going right back to Wilson, making all the plays. Now just 2 minutes ago in this game, 3rd and 3. Sentinels had a chance to bottle up Gibbs in the backfield. He even coughs it up at the end of this run, but Hardman, with the awareness, recovers and saves the game for the Aviators. Sentinels no timeouts left, so they will suffer the 23-14 loss. Next up, we head to San Diego for the Dreadnots and the Salt Lake City Elks. First quarter, Lamar Jackson and the Elks down 3, but not for long. Jackson runs it in. 7-3 game. Second quarter now. Here's Mac Jones, play action pass. Dreadnought Jones firing it deep downfield, has Mike Evans in stride. So San Diego going up 3. Later in the second, Dreadnought Jones is back. Easy Mac connecting in the end zone. This time it's DK Metcalf. He's got some weapons on this Dreadnoughts team, but they're 3-7. Lamar Jackson now, he's got a wide open target. Jerry Jeudy down the sideline. Back and forth we go. The Elks tie this one up into the third. Play action for Jones. Gets the ball out, and there Mike Evans, same exact play we saw in the first quarter, running it back in the third. Another Dreadnoughts go up by a touchdown, but here Lamar Jackson's in the red zone. On 3rd and goal, he's sacked. The Dreadnought D comes through, forcing the field goal with 3 minutes to go in the fourth. So Elks defense has all 3 timeouts and a chance to get the stop, and they do. So now the Elks with one last chance to go ahead here late. 1 minute to go, 1 timeout. 4th and 3, the handoff goes nowhere. The Dreadnots come up and squash the run in the backfield. Final score 24-20. Now let's get to a primetime game, starting with Thursday night. Blues and Antlers. And the Antlers with the helicopter dive by Brees Hall going up 7-0. Now Blues in the red zone, second and goal. Caleb Williams to a wide open Zay Jones. Tied up into the second quarter. Now Goff getting the screen game going. Hall turning up the sideline, picking up a few blocks and making it all the way down to the 1-inch line. So close. So what to do? Give him the handoff. Finish the job. 14-7. Just 20 seconds left in this half. And here Goff, look at the protection. Surveying the field, bombing it deep. Has a receiver in stride. And Duvernay just burned the Blues secondary here. 21-7. Third and goal. Goff still firing in a crowd this time. And look at the effort. Duvernay taking it down to the 1. And then from the 1, quick pass out to the tight end. Off the mark, but here Tyler Conklin dives for it. And the Antlers now up 28-7 and still firing. End of the third. Chris Godwin adds to the score, 35-7. So here the Blues are down 28. 3 minutes to go. Caleb Williams connects with Trey Tucker. Got a 21-point game now, just 20 seconds to go. And here the Blues turned it on. Tyreek Hill getting past the defense, making a respectable loss in the end, 21-35. Now to the Sunday night game, Tokyo Tigers, Mexico City Golden Eagles. And to start, Tigers down 3. Jordan Love throws to the flat, intercepted by Julian Love. Love throws to Love, and Love takes it back to the house. 10-zip Golden Eagles, but Love is back. Can't keep Love down for long. Look at the sliding catch in the end zone. Tyler Lockett comes up with the big catch. 10-7. Brock Purdy getting chased out of the pocket, gets this ball away at the last second, and they'll chip in the field goal and take the 6-point lead into the third quarter. Now here's Brock throwing, completing to Calvin Ridley, who lowers his shoulder and plows into the end zone. But they're going for 2. Trying to get that even-Steven 14-point lead, but here comes the blitz, the rush off the edge. Rather stops this 2-point conversion, and then the Tigers come zooming right back. Raheem Mostert goes up the gut for the score. 5-point game. 2 minutes to go in the third. Tigers secondary breaking down. Puka Nacua just outruns them all. And so the Golden Eagles going back up big here. 26-14. Tigers in the fourth. They go to Mostert again up the middle. He sneaks in for his second touchdown, 26-21. Now here's a big 3rd and 9. Brock completes the pass to Ridley. And there goes the Tigers' first timeout. Then 2nd and 10. ETN bursts through the line, gets the first down. And the Tigers running out of timeouts and out of time. They lose 26-21. Now to our final game of the week, the Louisville Riverhogs and the Sacramento Condors on Monday night. Riverhawks down 3. Drake May with a man in his face, evades the pressure, picks up a block, and he's into the end zone using the legs to his advantage. Riverhawks now up 1. Josh Allen making calls at the line. 3rd and 9. Allen stiff arms the defender, showing off his running ability, but he still comes up 1 yard short. Riverhawks swarm to the ball, force the punt. Now 3rd and 8. Third quarter here. Allen can't complete this third down either, just inches short yet again. Riverhawks defense, bend but don't break. And here on the other end, Drake May dicing up this defense, hitting the back out of the backfield. So what can Josh Allen do? He's just got a minute to go. He's down 8, so he'll need to score and a 2-point conversion. And Amari Cooper comes through with the big grab across the middle. They got to hurry up the offense. Just 48 seconds to go when they snap this ball. 1st and 10. Allen with another huge play, nearly intercepted by L'Jarius Sneed. So 3rd down and 10. 40 seconds to go. Allen to Thielen. Adam Thielen can't hold on. Hit him in the hands. 35 seconds. 4th and 10. Allen, batted away. 3 straight plays. The Riverhawks defense shutting down Allen and the Condors, 14-6. And so with the end of Week 12 marks the beginning of the playoff picture for the last run of the season. As of right now, number 1 in the AFC with a bye are the San Antonio Desperados. And in the NFC, that team is the undefeated San Juan Wizards, no surprise there. And currently we have the Brooklyn Snowhawks and the Rio Dragons as our last 2 teams in. Now to our league leaders, it's a close race, but Desperado Dak has the lead on Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes. In rushing, David Montgomery maintains his lead. He's nearing 1,000 yards. A number Jamar Chase has just crossed 1,009, gives him the receiving lead so far. Trevon Diggs still leads all interceptions with 10. In tackling, it's Henley Davis, Al-Shair. And finally, it's a close race, but our sack master so far in the season is Trey Hendrickson with 15 sacks. Well, that's all for week number 12 in the WAFL. See you again in week 13.